Hello, yes, and welcome to the Card Quest Down podcast. I'm joined this week by no other than Brian from Neurotick. Now, it's spelled a bit strangely, so Brian, you may have to spell it for the listeners. But yeah, how are you today?
I'm doing really well, mate. How are you?
I'm good, yeah, roasting again, actually. I thought, we would make the podcast when it's a little bit cooler, but it's not going away anytime soon, so I'm just going to crack on with it anyway.
Yeah,
So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, and I'll also introduce that as well. You're called Neurotick. You're mostly quite prominent, I would say, on the Whatnot selling platform,
yeah,
the main platform. You do probably sell in other places, I'm guessing. But that's where I know you from, and so does most of the community and the listeners to this podcast as well. So, yeah, go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about the Neurotick.
yeah. So basically, I started Neurotic with Craig and Geisy. It was initially going to be a three-man show, and I was never really into Whatnot. I didn't like the idea of it for quite a while, and then I basically got pulled into one of Randy's streams. He was opening a Team Rocket box, and it just melted me away. I was like, this is mint, and I
Yeah.
was like, I want to do this, and I got to meet Randy in August.
Oh, really?
And yeah. I picked his brain for a bit and had a bit of a talk on that, and then I basically just said that, you know what, on the way back we're traveling back from London, and just I was like, I think we can do this and we can do it quite well, and like we'll do it like in this sort of way, like being more community driven and like pushing it that angle, you know what I mean, and just like really just like showing everyone that there's enjoyment in the hobby as well, not just that it's an investment side, you know what I mean? And we
Definitely, yeah.
really, that's been our motto all the way through, is to just let's just have a laugh and enjoy this hobby together. And
Mm.
it's worked. We brought on Wilkes, who's a good friend of ours. We brought him on shortly after the launch because he just invested in the project and kind of went on from there. And it's blew up. We expected it to be slower, and it just kind of went the other way.
Yeah, how
Like
many followers have you got on the Whatnot channel now?
we currently have 46,000.
46,000. Hey, it's such good going. Not far off the big 50K mark. So I'm
Yeah,
presuming
that'll
you're
be a
doing
big show.
nice for that stream as well.
Yeah,
So, in terms of the Whatnot platform, you said you spoke to Randy, and for those who don't know who that is the Ace co-founder of Ace Grading, and you are also affiliated with Ace Grading as well.
yeah.
Yeah. And do you sell? Do you predominantly? You do some PSA as well, though, don't you? Sell PSA and Ace as well as singles predominantly.
We're primarily a single streamer.
Mm.
It's mainly what our forte, because I'm quite knowledgeable in any card game really. I've competitively played card games for 20 years, so I've played everything basically. I've owned multiple game stores as well, and so yeah, it's just
Played everything.
played pretty much everything. Yeah, because obviously when you
Dragon
own
Ball.
game stores, you have to learn, don't you? So
Yeah, true, true. I do it for the collecting side with my son anyway, and we got because there's so much out there. I started again like last year, and he's doing the Charizards and Lucarios, and I'm like, do you know, I'll just get the Pikachu's and the art rares because there's so many nice art rares out there as well.
yeah,
I'm also liking the grading side of it because it holds it and it keeps it in good condition because it's slabbed up. I do like buying the raw cards and then maybe grading them at my own pace. Um, and that's why I like your stream as well, because you're getting different types of raw cards. I would say that your cards are generally quite mid to high end most of the time. Would you agree with that?
yeah. So basically, we sold anything at one point, but then we kind of noticed that what worked better was selling more higher end stuff at a slower pace, because then we could actually, between sales, be
Mm.
ourselves and have people invest into our characters a little bit more and stuff. Well, characters, I wouldn't say, just personalities. Like what you see on the camera is what you see off the camera with us. We're all just the same
Oh,
laughable, lovable people, you know what I mean? And I think we kind of want to emphasize on that more. And when we were doing faster paced singles, it just kind of took away that part. We turned into robots a little bit. So we've slowed it down and we sell anything, but it's all £30 plus cards at a slower pace, but at an affordable rate for people as well. Like most of the time we get cooked anyways, but it's just one of them.
Yeah, we try not to get cooked too much as businesses.
Yeah.
And because I've started doing a little bit of whatnot selling of stuff that I don't need, or I'm pulling things from ETBs, and I'm like, do you know what? I don't really need that in my collection. I'll then sell it on whatnot. I probably do get cooked most of the time myself, but do you know what? It's rather give it to someone who's going to enjoy it and want it as part of their collection rather than my own collection. But in terms of my own personal collection, what about you? I'm supposed you've got your own business, you've got your high-end cards, you get them in, you sell them on. What do you collect predominantly?
I collect everything. So I basically sold my Pokemon collection to fund this business.
Mm.
So and then so I was a completionist collector for a very long time. So I had everything. So if you can imagine, over the years, I've
Set
collected pretty much
things.
everything, like gold stars, everything. I had it all, and we sold that collection to fund the project. So essentially, I restarted my Pokemon collection, but I started doing favorites. So everything that means something to me, I've started
Mhm.
collecting that. My favorite Pokemon's Cubone, but I also love Lugia and Dragonite. I actually prefer looking at the Dragonite Lugia cards more than the Cubone cards. But my favorite card ever is Fire Red Leaf Green Reverse Hollow
Mhm.
Cubone, and I have that in a 10, and that's a big thing. But yeah, my collection
Is it
spans
near you
anywhere.
right now?
Pardon?
Is it near you right now?
It is, yeah. It's over here. Let me
We
grab it.
are audio and video content, so he's going to give us a little look. For people that check on YouTube, this is a bit of a treat.
Yeah, yeah, I've got it
This
right
is your
here.
favourite card, Brian.
I've got it right here, mate. Yeah, so this was actually a gift from Wilkes. It's in a CGC 10
Ah,
Cubone from Fire Red Leaf Green.
look at that. That's a nice card, that is.
Yeah, I have a few bits here. So I've started just restarting my collection just to enjoy the hobby a bit more, and it gives me something to look at when I go to card shows and everything. And just I've started just picking up the things that just mean something to me, and that just like memories and stuff. Like I
Mm.
remember getting this, I remember getting that. Like I've started just going for that type of collecting because I think me personally, I think we need more of that in the collection. I think some people are angling too much towards the investment side, which I get because there's money there.
Yeah,
But I really love when you see passionate collectors,
yeah.
and like I think that's the best way to get a deal from us is like, oh my god, I'm one card away from master setting this, but it's an £800 card. I'll be like, hey, I get it for 400. There you go. Like just so they can complete it because I know what that means.
Um,
But
we just had recently Pitch Black is releasing this week, isn't it?
yeah, there's a
English one, obviously. The what's the Abyss Eye, isn't it? The Japanese one's called Abyss Eye. So, in terms of Pitch Black stuff, because you sell singles, so just for the listeners to know, would you get any of these sets in as well if they've been released? Are you gonna do you do those rip and ship things, or you
we
just pull out the high end stuff and put them out to sell?
Well, we always do. So we always do like a wind down DGen hour right at the end of the stream, and it's usually our way of just like getting some product out the way and stuff. And yeah, so like tomorrow's Tuesday, we already have Pitch Black. So tomorrow night we're going to be opening Pitch Black on stream after we've sold singles all day.
Nice.
So we
And you
tend
are,
to just do that each time.
yeah, no, that's cool. I didn't know that actually. I thought it was just all the single stuff, but I jump in and out of because whatnot people treat it almost a bit like Tinder, don't they? They sort of swipe to different streams.
Yeah,
I call it just like in and out, in and out. But you're very good at helping other streamers as well.
I am.
Uh,
Yes.
Shout out to Rare Rips. He was on my show, one of the first episodes that I did, but he shouted you out as well on
Yeah,
that show as
he's
well.
a really good guy. I'm a big fan of him. I think
Yeah,
he's what not needs more of.
100%. You
It's that just
him,
genuine, down
more,
to
yeah,
earth person who loves the hobby. I think you need more of that.
yeah. Not just the scalping side of it, the investing side of it, and
100%,
all
yeah,
the people that are in it just for a quick flip or a big quick buck or something, but sellers like him, he's got his own shop now. So he's on Whatnot a little bit less because he's got the whole business to run. And I
Yeah.
intend to actually go to his shop as well. And like you say, you may branch into having something like that yourself for the future.
Yeah, we're working on a Neurotick store, but it's mainly going to be like a headquarters. So we're in the middle of designing a podcast as well as a full factory unit and front end store with obviously streaming sections and stuff as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be
So it's
good.
going to be quite it's a big project and it's costing us a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it in the long run because we get to have everything in one place. At the moment, we're stretched out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that can be problematic.
What's the sort of turnaround time then? Have you already got a unit? Have you found
We've
somewhere?
we've got an area, yeah. We've got an area. We've got. We're waiting to hear back because we're kind of haggling on the rent at the moment because it's quite high.
Yeah, yeah.
But because obviously with this kind of business, the margins are already small already, and because of the way we do business, our margins are much smaller. So
hmm So that means you'll have to get in more, not just singles, but you'd have to be getting in the slabs as well. And
what we
you don't
do
mind.
grades, we grade 500 slabs a week with this.
Oh, there you go. 500 slabs a week. In ready, is that in preparation for the shop?
Well, we do a slab stream every Friday. It's something we've only just started doing, but we're in the process of also being approved for repacks on Whatnot, which allows us to do slab bags. But we're doing it on the affordable scale, so we're
hmm
working on that as well.
Do you consider like streaming on like other platforms as well, not just Whatnot? Like you got eBay Live out there, not just Whatnot. There is platforms of choice, and there's another elusive one that people use. I can't remember the name of it now. It's a little bit
Well,
like what.
there was VOT and there was oh, what's it called? There's
I know.
VOT and eBay Live at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, there's another one, but is it just? It is just Whatnot, isn't
Kick.
it?
I think it's like Kick.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it just
just
what?
yeah, it's primarily for legal reasons because we obviously
Yeah.
have an obligation with Whatnot because of things that go on. I can't speak much more about it, but
No, that's fine.
there's,
Yeah.
there's something in place where we work primarily at Whatnot only for streaming.
Oh, okay. Like a contractual agreement, basically,
Yeah,
which I think eBay actually do to certain people as well, if they want to predominantly use their platform because they, yeah, well, this is your deal, then
yeah.
do in short, I suppose. So in terms of moving forward as well, in terms of slabs versus singles and moving forward, do you think people prefer where is the industry going, I suppose? What do you think the outlook is for Pokemon moving forward? Are people just looking to grade more now in terms of longevity and future value rather than keeping the raw? Or do you think it's going the other way again, or is it a bit of both?
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, I think grading is more accessible now than it was before. So a lot more people are leaning into grading, especially in the UK now with ACE being really good. I'm a big fan of ACE. We back them all the way. So yeah, like I think as it becomes more accessible, the way as more companies keep coming out and more competing with one another, I think people will gradually lean into more grading.
Mm.
I think it's an affordability thing as well. Obviously, I know the prices went up with this, but that's only a good thing in the long run.
Yeah, because you can sell even if you grade 5 cards and one's worth £100 and you've made your money back. I suppose just depends on what you're sending off. You'd be clever with it. I suppose if you don't want one of those cards to be part of your personal collection, grade that one as well and then sell it to someone that wants it. That essentially then pays for your grade, I suppose, doesn't it? Or grades to be done.
Yeah,
Are you that as well? Like 3 companies, I think mostly PSA, Ace, and the up and coming one, which I interviewed the other week as well, Imperium Grading.
yeah,
Have some similarities to Ace's artworks and things like that, but they've got their own unique style as well. I won't go into that because I'm not biased, but I like to use all three, and I do still love Ace's artworks, and the turnaround's not too bad at the moment. I think I sent ones in. It said it was 45-day turnaround. It was done in about 2 weeks. So
I think it's a mentality thing. I think it's a good thing what they've done because We've obviously were grading before all the price changes and stuff, and there was sometimes on the 25 days we'd be still waiting 40 days and stuff. And like if you're overpaying, if you're paying for that, you're only going to go and say, well, can I pay for the 40-day? I
Mm,
think they've just kind of set it up that way so that the customers are going to be much happier getting it earlier because the expectations are obviously set.
mm,
It's like taking that. It's a good strategy. I think they've done it right. I think it's only going to mean more. Everything that was pre the changes is only going to go up in value, and
hmm.
that's the way you've got to look at it. So everything that you bought cheaper is only going to go up in value because the prices have went up. So the
Yeah.
baseline now is £25 for a card. If you're going, if, like so, anything that you were buying for a tenner is now going to be is going to be more expensive because of the baseline obviously
Mm,
going up.
mm. Yeah, everything sort of. Is it because it's the 30th year though? And then when this year ends, is it just going to start dropping again? Or do you think Pokemon's
It,
been going?
it, it has
Like,
waves.
it's like up and down all the time.
100%. It has waves, and the best thing I can tell anybody is just get your money together, get ready to go, and then as soon as it goes down, buy in because you're only going to make money when it goes back up.
Mm,
Like I've got things that I've put away for a very long time. I've collected everything from like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, like Flesh and Blood. There's everything. I've got cold foils from like back in the day and stuff from Flesh and
mhm.
Blood that it's stuff that you can just put away and it's going to go up in value. And I think it's the same with Pokemon. You're going to get dips and you're going to get highs. Right now we're in a what I would call a high, but I think it's going to go higher before it drops.
Yeah,
So,
and
but you've just got to make sure that you're in a position that to take that drop. That's the difference. Like don't panic sell at the time. Just this is why I reflect back to what I was saying before about just collect to enjoy collecting.
mm,
Don't look at it as an investment because the investment will look after itself if you collect for fun. That's the way it is because eventually you get a big enough pot, it's worth something anyways.
yeah, agreed. Because I have sold quite a few of my own personal collections sometimes and whatnot, and I'm like, should I have done that? Yeah, I did need maybe a little bit of money sometimes, but then at the end, I like sometimes regret it. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have kept that one. So I'm keeping all my Pikas if I can. I sold 2 Pikas the other week, and I'm like, instantly regret selling Pikas. Keep hold of the Pikachus, man, because they're so hard to get anyway, and they're so
Yeah,
expensive. It's like, keep it, sell your art rares, maybe some of the ones you don't want, but keep the ones that you do like. And that's what
yeah,
I'm sort of, and I'm grading stuff to keep and maybe trade up. That's the word, isn't it? Trade up to something that you want.
yeah. That is the best way to do it. Just keep the stuff you want to keep and just use everything else to get everything that else that you want and just keep going that way.
Yeah, I didn't
You
spend
know,
anything at the recent card show that I went to in Hertfordshire, where I am. And I got the Charizard Obsidian Flames SIR in a Gem Mint 10 Ace. Perfect upgrades. All I did was trade up some other cards from some raw ones from Chaos Rising set, like some art rares, and a couple of slabs that I wasn't really gonna probably keep anyway. So it's something like trading up to something that I really wanted. And I was shaking. I was like, I've got the Obsidian Flame Shard.
that's the best. See that feeling there though. You can't bottle that. You know what I mean? If someone could bottle that feeling and sell it, like
Oh yeah, it's
that's what
lovely.
it's
And
about. I still remember the first day I looked at a Pokemon card and just I gravitated towards it. A girl called Nicole come into school and she had a Nidoran and a Charmander, and she brought them into school and I just was like, "What is this? This is amazing!" And I went
mm,
straight home and this is one of the biggest reasons I'm actually a massive DJ now and I rip a lot of packs is because I never had that when I was a kid because I
mm,
grew up with nothing. My parents, they did their best. So I maybe got like one pack a month, if that. So
mm.
and I had to do everything. So what I used to do is I used to wash people's cars and mow people's lawns just to get my Pokemon kick.
Oh,
And
a collector right there.
yeah, I did everything to like get a collection together. But my first ever pack, I still remember it. I was walking down to Peatley, and I went into the store, and the guy pulled out the three base set, different variants, asked me to pick the card, and I picked the Blastoise one and pack, and I opened it, and I got the Clefairy Hollow. I still remember it, and I was running up, Mom, Mom. It was like an amazing moment. I was like, I got it! Look what I got! And then my mum bought me the starter kit, and I was amazed. I was like, "Machamp has 100 health! Oh my god!" Like, it was just having that moment was just. I still like, honestly, I love it. I love it. So I wish you could bottle that and sell it. Well, you
Oh,
can technically. You can pack it. You can get some cards and pack it in a pack and
yeah.
sell it. But that feeling is just it's amazing. I still get it to this day. I love it.
I agree. It's an amazing feeling. Even with that, there's new sets that are coming out and things, isn't there? And people just collecting new stuff. But I'm always like the OG Pokemon stuff from back in the day. And I'm looking at these base set packs now that are unopened from the 90s. And they're like between 200 and 400 quid or whatever it is. And then you've got people that weigh them and stuff. I still don't understand the whole weighing thing, but you can't weigh. Let's just get rid of this myth. Can you still weigh new packs versus old packs?
I think there was one set where it was like quite successful. I can't remember when, but no, it's everyone can with the god packs, but you can't do it with the booster bundles and that what they're doing. Like I don't get what that little con
No,
is at the moment, but you can
but the
with
old pack
Ascended at
had
the moment because god pack is obviously heavier because it's got
yeah.
more.
So
But
people
you
like,
can't wait for IRs and stuff because there's so much now. They have all of the reverse foils and stuff like that. There's a lot of ways to like counter it, and I think they've done it well like that.
yeah, good. The Pokemon Company need to do more, and we keep saying that. We see UK Pokemon. He's always advocating for Pokemon Company, and there's is it Alice is advocating as well on Instagram as well for her child and other children, even like my own. Like, just I'm fed up with it. Like queuing up outside Smiths at 5, 4 in the morning, and even when I did it for the like Chaos Rising, I stood out there. I thought 5 in the morning. There's going to be no one there. There was 10 people ahead of me still. And I'm like, what is going on? Every time a release is out, it's hard to get. Even the Pokemon Center website, it's just too difficult. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. And this is it now. The 30th stuff's, in the background, some of the press releases and some leaks. I am nervous about that. What do you think about the new 30th stuff? And, what should people do to prepare?
Uh, Honestly, mate, I've never had to go to a store in 10 years now to go and buy stuff. Just because of my line of business. So my experience on that is like minimal. I always buy through the game stores that I own and stuff. Like I'll buy it myself, but I never take like I never get any of that for the streams.
Mm.
I always get it outsourced from other suppliers and stuff because I'm wholeheartedly all about the community. So everything that the store gets from Asmo and stuff like that is for the community, and it all goes RRP at the door, limited sales, so everyone can have that moment. You know what I mean? And getting that.
Thank you so much for saying that on here as well, because this podcast is all about the community and it's
Yeah,
for the community and people like you and Rare Rips and there's other legitimate whatnot sellers out there as well. But there has been whatnot sellers that do take the piss essentially as well.
yeah,
They'll be selling fake slabs and they called it the Timu slabs. I don't know, it was called, what was it, Ura or something? There was a big hoo ha about that. And there's
yeah.
other, if you're new
It,
to the seed and you're a kid, and then your mum's like, "Oh, do you want these things?" and you get scammed like that, it's just out of order. And I think, are whatnot taking steps to protect users or not?
I wish they'd go back to what they used to do before. Like they used to, if you wanted to be a store, they made you show your stock. They made you show your, yeah, basically everything. Like you had to have a game plan, a business plan in front of them just to be a seller. I wish they'd
Mm,
go back to that a little bit. It's mainly just because like everyone and their dog can be a seller now, and
literally,
I
yeah.
get it because like that. Hey, we walked in as well, but like we walked in with good intentions. Not everyone's like that, and I get it. But I wouldn't say whatnot's like full of these kind of people. There's the odd bad apple. I
I
think
agree. Yeah.
I think whatnot gets bad rap. It's mainly American press as well, though. I think the UK a lot are pretty decent. There's the odd
Yeah.
one. Like there's always going to be a bad apple, but like you've got like Queen and them. Like Queen's great. I really like, obviously, Rare Rips. He's a good lad, you know. Or Pokey Retreat's a good lad. So is Amir. Hatters.
Yeah.
Hatters
Sure.
is a bit controversial, but I like him. I think he's the perfect businessman for this. He's
Yeah,
there to do business and gets off, and he has an arrogant attitude which suits him, and I think it's fantastic to have. You need that guy. It's the bad guy mentality, and it works. Hey, fair play. It works, and he's a great businessman. So
but
yeah,
his stock legitimate stuff as well. It's not like
well, yeah,
taking.
he doesn't go for a bent tenner, you know what I mean? He's happy making the fiver, you know, and he doesn't go for the bent tenner, and like that's fine.
And you've got people like Bid Battle and stuff like that who
Yeah,
also.
bid battle's great. Bid battle's like straightforward.
Hmm.
There's um there's a really good group of people in the platform. I'm really good friends with like Porky Sophie and stuff, and she's fantastic. And
Didn't you
I,
join her on stream as well?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
clips of
go on
her.
there
Yeah, I remember
often.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, we went and we do breaks and stuff for them now and again whenever they're doing the breaks. I'm not big on breaks, but it's her thing and
Yeah,
great.
I won't go into. I don't. That's my personal preference. I don't go into breaks or generally surprise sets. You've got to have. It's a bit of a gamble, but you've got to have the money behind you to do it. Use your noddle, go in there, and even with other streamers, do your research first. You're bidding, you're paying money. Use your common sense. Do a bit of research before you start bidding on maybe people's platforms. Like we know, and I know the people that I get on the podcast are genuine, like yourself, like Rare Rips. Sophie's good as well, even though it's breaks and things, but she's still selling genuine stock. We like community vibes, like you say, and Pokey Retreat, Shogun. Shout out to all of the good sellers out there. I may have missed loads off of there, but you're right. I try and do the odd selling every now and then, but it's just casual. It's just the whatnot selling fees affect me and like smaller sellers, I suppose, a little bit more than some of the
They
bigger.
affect all of us. They affect all of us, especially nowadays because buying collections in, everyone wants 90%.
Mm. It's a
So
0% commission day coming up, though, isn't there? I think, but
there
then.
is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm never big on those.
No, because everyone's on as well. Like at the
Yeah, it
same
just
time.
turns into a giveaway one. I just I don't know. I'm a bit meh on giveaways, but that's another topic.
Yeah, that is. I mean, to touch briefly on giveaways, it costs the business person, people that are listening. You're not just getting a giveaway for free. It costs us to do the postage and give you the stock,
Yeah,
depending on.
exactly.
I mean, I do it every now and then, but because I don't get many viewers, I probably do it if I have like 20 or 30 people in sometimes, and I'm like, I'll do a giveaway. I've sold a few items. I could justify giving one, random card out with shipping. I suppose that's the advantage it gives someone, doesn't it? It gives them free shipping, but that's
Yeah,
us.
that
Their
should
shipping,
be what it is, really. But to be honest,
free shipping.
yeah, like I think the give just so the base is the baseline used to be a pack, and it was a Japanese pack. Like it's just something small. It's a £3 pack, but you get free shipping as well, and it's a thank you for watching. And people were
Mm,
happy with that for a long time, but because the bar's been raised that much, so at the minute we give away £7.90 box
mm.
of 151 with a magnet in a pack.
Yeah,
So every like our giveaways now cost us £7.90 plus the ship, so it's costing us £10, and we'll run 50 giveaways in a stream.
that's a lot of money.
So and then we're asking people to pay close to the price, and then like you're getting your pants pulled down and that, like it's
Mm.
just it's becoming harder to work on whatnot now because of the way people are doing giveaways. No one's just picking a
Larger
stream.
streams make it difficult for maybe the other streamers, I suppose, as well. No offense to Pokey with
Everybody's struggling, but for us, we're fortunate. For us, we're really fortunate. We've got our regulars. Like we have a constant stream of 200, even if we're running like free packs. Like so. But if we're ever doing a big stream, we always have to do these big giveaways because we want as many people there to open that many more chances of
Sure.
getting
Yeah.
customers to swipe. So we're fortunate on that. I'm thinking for all the lower end sellers who have 10, 20, 30 viewers, and are really struggling to get by. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's no middle no more. There's just a big gap, and I think that's going to hurt a lot of the lower end people. And I really hope there's a solution there somewhere that isn't going to end up us losing all these people, because the more people that stop streaming and whatnot, it sounds like I'm going a bit hypocritical here because I said that they need to audit people better. But the more we lose the lower end people as well, the more that we're
Yeah.
going to lose viewers, really.
There was that guy, his name's, I'll shout him out, Old Enough to Know Better, his name is.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw any of his streams, but he did his final Whatnot stream the other night because it took up a lot of family time, he was saying, and obviously got fees and things like that. But he's just going to he's just going to go on eBay, not eBay Live, just do it on there, just sell his stuff. He's going to do it at his own pace because it does take up time. And I've got kids and things, and so has he. But it was a shame to see someone like that go because he was genuine to the community, and it was it was singles, a bit like yours, just like come in, have a look at the wall. What do you fancy? This is the price, and get it
yeah.
out to. And we're going to lose those people. But yeah, are you going to be stocking? Moving on now, quickly. Lorcana and any other TCG as part of your own expansion?
Well, so the Neurotick brand does Pokemon right now, and I don't think we're branching away from Pokemon for a while. But
Mm-hmm.
I do Lorcana and other games in the other game stores, but I mainly use One Piece and stuff as trading for Pokemon products because everyone's kind of going mental for that. So if we get any One Piece in, we'll use it to trade for Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a
So
good.
that's where we go really. We'll use that to like as trade bait towards other things. I'm a massive law kind of person. I've played law kind of professionally and competitively. So
That's
um,
cool.
traveled the world going to competitions and stuff. I dedicated a lot of time into it.
Wow,
But I basically had to stop. I did this for many games though. I love playing competitively. So
that's amazing. So you went to like big Pokemon tournaments like live?
I've never done Pokemon. I played Pokemon, but I never competed in Pokemon. It was mainly because I just found it too simple. I like things
Yeah,
being a bit more on the advanced side. And to be honest, Lorcana was very simple, but once you get into the higher tier bracket of Lorcana, it's a different game altogether. It
crazy.
becomes a
Wow. Oh,
game
it's
of
so
memory and a game of understanding, and you have to read each other's players better. Even though the cards are simple, it gets really difficult. It's like chess, but obviously with some randomness.
yeah, definitely. I need to dabble back in chess. You reminded me. I need to get back in the swing of that because it is a good game. But yeah, we could talk about for things for ages, could we? I'm sweating here. Any questions you want to ask me?
Um, how are you enjoying the whole podcast and stuff? Are you is this something that you actually
No.
enjoying yourself? It's
Yeah,
uh,
I love it. Do you know why? Because it's something different. It brings the community together. Yes, there
yeah,
is other Pokemon podcasts out there, but mine's a little bit of a different niche to other ones. I speak to sellers like yourself and good Pokemon community people who want to give back and a part of it. They may have kids themselves, they're going through similar struggles like I am, and just talking about their own collections and things. I even had the card kid on last week. He's a young entrepreneur. You may have seen him on Whatnot as
yeah,
well. He's a good kid. He knows what he's talking about as well. Very intelligent. And I just want to portray that to the community as well and just say these guys are decent like yourself and just do that really. Yeah. And I'm gonna carry on. It happens now. I think it's not. I used to do podcasts every week, but I've just done it every couple of weeks now,
yeah.
just to set it up and give people the opportunity to listen. And now I'm doing it on YouTube as well. So that's only been around for the last sort of 3 or 4 episodes out of the 13 or 14 now that I'm done. And
That's
the
great.
YouTube
That's great. I'm glad you
would like
enjoyed it.
visual aspect is good for people, I think, as well.
Oh, 100%.
Rather than just the Spotify audio. But I think having two is great for people and it expands my reach a little bit as well. And I'm doing little side stuff on YouTube, which will, when I go to card shows, which I did the other week as well, saw the Pokemon there briefly and some other good sellers. And it's good to interact with the vendors. Like, it's a hard job to be a vendor at these card shows. And I'm amazed at how they do it. Honestly,
We love
like,
vending. We enjoy vending. It just gives us a chance to meet people who obviously watch the stream and stuff as well.
oh, you do the vending at the shows as well?
Yeah, we do the odd one here and there. We haven't done any this year. Our last one was Essex last year, and then we actually our next one is Essex this year at Vibe in August 8th, in Essex. It's run by a friend of ours called Quartz Collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who runs that. He's a good guy. But yeah, we we're leaning more into doing more vending soon. But it's honestly we work that much, and like cause we're doing all the grading and stuff, like our days, like, so I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I work until about 4 in the afternoon on all my other stuff, and then I come in this office and then I work in here for another 6 to 8 hours, and then I go home.
Yeah, you've got your finger in many pies, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm very busy. I'm very busy.
But that's good, because you give it back. You're busy for yourself. You need to look after yourself at the end of the day as well. Do you have children yourself?
I got no children. No, I got a wife and 3 cats who are like children.
Yeah, those aren't they? They're just like meowing and they need your attention.
Well, we
But
have one
yeah,
with diabetes at the moment, so she ended up. So my wife's a baker, and we've been trying to figure out which one of the cats kept stealing the ice, and it turned out to be the one that got diabetes. So
oh well,
uh,
that would be a
she
telltale
keeps stealing
sign,
the
wouldn't
ice, and basically, like when you got the bags with the ice, and then you got
it?
the little metal knobs. Sometimes my wife would forget to clean them, and they'd be in
Oh,
the sink, and she'd pick it out the sink and lick
been
it, and
there.
she's ended up giving herself diabetes. So she's 24/7 watch at the moment, and a real nightmare.
Yes, they don't just meow and go out and come back in. They are little sneaky little things.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But no,
Well,
it's
uh,
good. My wife supports me all the way with everything I do, so
that's
it
a
allows
good
me to
thing.
go on.
Shout out to Brian's missus. There you go. We need all the support, being like the business owners and stuff like that. When you're
Yeah,
busy,
she's great.
come up with
She's really backs
myself.
me up.
But you do take some time out for yourselves, don't you? You got to, otherwise you'd go crazy.
Well, at the moment, no. I'm working 7 days a week, but I see this as my hobby and my fun. So
Yeah.
everything that happens behind the scenes is graft. But well, I'm northern. We're not scared of a big graft. You know what I mean? So I'll graft all
Oh,
day.
I know. Yes, you Northerners, you. Hey,
We're
Mr.
not
Southern.
scared of a big graft. You know, like, so
Southern fair,
I
don't you?
enjoy it. So jumping on stream and doing this, it's like we'll be on for 5 hours, and it's mint from the get go. It's just I just love getting on and talking to everyone, and I think people really I think that's why people gravitate towards us, is because they see us enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, you have a right laugh in your streams, and I just sit there in the background. I'm laughing as well. Sometimes I don't type much. I'm just chilling and I'm listening to you guys have a laugh. And it's a shame that I
Yeah,
couldn't hoe your.
there's a few T's and I's getting thrown about, but it's all as long as you select that explicit button, you're all right.
Yeah, I've clicked it just in case you started swearing, because some people said in Rare Rip's stream this morning that is it you that swears or is it your colleague that swears? It was one or the other.
Both of us, both of us.
Swear.
I've done my best. I've done my best to not swear. Put it that way.
You know well.
It's a
Yeah.
northern.
No,
It's a
no
northern
one
thing. But
say.
I know when to be good.
That's cool. That's cool. No, thanks. And how do I'll wrap it up, but we could talk for ages, and we'll have to do another one in the
Oh,
near
100%. Like I said, I'm an open book. Honestly, I've been in this industry for a very long time, mate, and seen it go the waves. I've seen it the way it goes. It's just, it's honestly, Pokemon's still just getting started. If you could actually believe it, it's still got it's a monster of its own thing. And
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think as long as the sets are keep getting printed and the kids are getting printed, like we've still got another 15, 20 years before it dies out, and it's no longer a nostalgia thing.
We
You know.
like this, like this. It helps the business as well. But how do listeners find you on the social media and especially your business channels as well, if you want to let them know?
Yeah, so you find us as Neurotik Collectibles on Instagram and TikTok, but then we're also known as Neurotik on Whatnot.
How do we spell it again?
It's Neurotik.
Just in case, because people
Yeah.
might be actually spell neurotic. Yeah, there you go. Get Neurotik. Follow them. Great to buy from as well. So get involved on the Whatnot if you haven't already, and on the social media as well, and Instagram as well. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to speaking to you again soon, Brian, and all the best to you.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Thank you for having us.
That's all right. See you later.
See you later.